You are watching Trading Photos. This is CY Entertainment Tonight, and I am Cinda Jordan. I am here today with Leroy Belton. Leroy does quite a few things. He is a stylist, he's a model, and the rest I think he's going to give you the story on. Welcome, Leroy.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, so tell us about you and your lifestyle and how things happen for you as a fashion stylist.
I think it started when I was 6, actually. My sisters used to come out and they say, "Oh, we're going on dates," or "We're going somewhere else." I have 2 older siblings, and I would say, "Don't wear that." And they say, "Why?" I said, "Oh, because I look at the material, actually." I said, "If you put that together with this, it'll look much better, and it falls on you nicer." And this is when I was 6 years old. And my sisters used to say, "Really?" And I used to say, "Yes." And they would go out with what I told them to put on and come back and say, "Wow, people really love this outfit." And I think the love started right then and there. And then my mom, she was very articulate about how things looked and how things were and how the house looked and stuff. She was very much into decorating, home decorating. And so I think that's where it stemmed from too. And then in my later years, when I was maybe in high school, sophomore in high school, I started modeling. And I always danced to my own beat. I never did what the guys in the neighborhood did. I never wore what they wore. I always had my own concepts and my own ideas of how I wanted to look, and I was always a neat freak, which is a good and a bad, And so I think that's where it just stemmed from, and just always wanted to have people look at me in a presentable manner, I think, And I always wanted to be looked at a certain way or viewed a certain way, and I think that came from my mom, and I used to watch these Fred Astaire movies and Humphrey Bogart and Cindy Poitier, and I always say, "Oh, those guys are so gallant,"
Yes.
And I think though, that my father passed early, I think those became my role models as far as fashion, as far as gentlemen or being gallant, or being respectful, and I think that's where it came from. Yeah.
Okay, so do people stop you on the street when you walk down the street? I know they must.
It's a funny question. Every day, from older women to younger women to young men to older men, and a lot of the younger men come to me and they say, I see you all the time, or even just looking at you now, I want to look like that. I want to change over from where I'm at now, but I don't have a lot. And so I look at them and I say, well, you run into the right person, because I do a lot of thrift shopping, and if I'm not doing that, I know everywhere else to go. So if you need help in doing so, I will help you. And they always say, well, are you going to charge me anything for this, or what's it going to cost me? And I say, no, I'm going to do this out of love, and this is what we're supposed to do for one another. And I always tell young men, dress the way you want to be addressed, and doors will open up. The way your verbiage, learn to speak to people from what we consider the poorhouse to the White House and everything in between. How you
want to be perceived,
right? Is a lot, means a lot, and it does
goes a long way, actually.
Very much so. So I
be good or bad.
Exactly. So I take them on these, I take them under my wing, young or older, it doesn't matter. And even some young ladies, they're always coming up, you look so nice, do you do and I'll tell them what I do, and they say, do you do women too? And I say, I do everyone that needs that, the advice or the help.
Yeah. That's part of being a stylist.
It is. It is. And it helps build you up too. And in the same thing, it gives me a chance to showcase what we can do, or what I can do for someone else, and what we all should be doing, because it's meant to be shared. Whatever gift you have is meant to be shared. It's not meant for you to keep. And it's you never know whose day you're making, or whose date you're making, or dent you're making, but you just want to assist them in it and be a part of that joy that they're having from what you've shared with them and what you've given them. And I think that's important.
Right. I agree. And I love your beard. You have to tell me about that. How did you get it to be so?
It's so funny, beautiful? Because I never thought that I could grow one. I tried all the techniques that they said as a little kid. You know, you have to shave with a straight razor, you know, and that didn't work, you know. So what I started doing was just changing my diet, and I started, you know, eating better. But see, people don't realize that you can't use the same products on your face, on your skin, or on your beard that you use on your head. You have to treat it with beard oils. You have to keep it hydrated. You have to condition it. You have to trim it in order for it to grow, you know, because your beard on, you know, the hair on your face gets dead ends too, or split ends. You have to cut it in order for it to grow. You have to put the beard oils on. You have to use beard washes on it and stuff like that. And you'll notice that the skin underneath becomes more breathable, more pliable, so it will grow your beard out and thicker, and it won't be so patchy. But if you do these things, even avocado, you know, you take the avocado, you bake that, you use it as a conditioner, amazing for the beard and amazing for your skin.
You use the avocado peeling on the inside, or
right. So I would cut
so
the
you
avocado.
You rinse it off, and then you put.
Right, I would make it into like a sort of like a mayonnaise base, you know.
Oh,
and then I would just put it all in the beard and let it sit there and condition for a while, and I'd wash it out, and then I'd take my beard oils, and you know, you use your beard oils, and then you have to drink a lot of water too. I mean, you know, you have to water your garden, so to speak, you know, and it will spurt out. But and then I look at most men, I say, don't dye it, because even if you dye it, it changes the texture of your hair. It becomes hard. And even with older men, for the older men that are listening, don't dye it. We've earned this white beard, you know, our salt and pepper or gray, whichever yours is, and wear it proudly. You know, it is so distinguished looking, and I get more compliments just from it being so white, you know, and than anything, you know. I said I would never dye it, because it looks sort of odd too when you see older men and they dye it this jet black. It just doesn't blend well, and I feel personally that it makes them look even older, not younger, but a little older. I think that when you wear it and you wear what you were given, it just fits you, age gracefully, you know. Yeah.
Very good. Very good suggestion. Okay, and now I'd like to talk about you as a model.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how did you begin your career?
I started modeling when I was in high school. High school. And I think I was in a 9th or 10th grade. You know, I was always that young man that was always a neat freak. You know, the funny thing about it is the guys who I played basketball with or played sports with, I would wear all white, a white top and white shorts, and, you know, I had my white sneakers on. And they say, this guy never sweats, you know? And he's always so neat. I would go out there pressed. I mean, to play basketball, you know what I mean? And I would go out there, I would have creases in my shorts, creases in my shirts, you know, and I had my pick. I would pick my hair, and, you know, that neatness extended over into my love for fashion. I've always had a love for fashion, as I told you. You know, I would help my sisters out and stuff like that when I was 6. And I always had an eye. But when I was in high school, I was asked to be in a couple of fashion shows, and that like opened my eyes to a lot of the dynamics of it, you know. And with my love for fashion and me always dancing to my own beat, I always had a sense of style. I always had a sense of self. And I think that's where it has to come from too. I think that a lot of us go into things that I call mannequin shoppers. You know, go in, they see it on a mannequin, give me that whole thing. But then you're wearing a suit, but it's not. I'd rather somebody take that suit and make it themselves. You know, you have fashion and you have style. You know, and I think style should, if you're gonna wear fashion should be you, you know, and it should say you, and it should exude you, you know. And so I think that's what brought a lot of designers to me too, you know, and asking me to be in fashion shows and stuff, because they said, this guy is just not afraid, you know, he'll wear anything and he'll just do anything. And I was that guy, and still that guy, you know. Sometimes I don't even know who I'm going to be in the morning, you know. I have so much stuff. I wake up in the morning and this is my mood, or that's my mood, or this is my mood, and that's where I go accordingly. Sometimes my mind works in such a way that I can put something together so fast and not even get too toothed about it, because I think of style. I think of how I feel at this moment, or what I would like to project at this moment, if that, But mostly I go with my mood and how I feel, and I'm not afraid to venture out of that square box. I've always been that guy who dances my own beat, go outside the box, and bring it the way I see fit. And modeling in fashion has given me that platform on a bigger scale, and I really, really embrace it. I look at all the designers, and I look at all the models, and myself. It's a talent, and when you have an awareness of self, you can really, really bring out the best in clothes. Funny thing is that I look at a lot of people, as I was saying to you earlier. People will grab things because it's trend, and I say, oh, well, don't follow trend, because trend's here today, gone tomorrow. But if you take something that somebody else may find, that doesn't appeal to me. That same thing, and I say this to designers too, that same thing that you're putting out, or that same thing that you're designing, somebody can put that together with something else and just can make it like really pop, So I said, don't pass by those things that take you outside your realm, take you outside your box. Those are the things that might become your favorite outfit to wear and your most fun outfit to wear. And fashion and modeling does that. When I go to these designers, they, for a fashion show or fitting and stuff, they put stuff on me that I might not have even thought of, but once I put it on, it just opens me up to so much more, And I think that's my thing with fashion, and the reason why I'm modeling. And my sons are modeling. I have two sons I told you about, and they're both modeling and doing things, and it's I'm opening up their eyes to a lot too, aside from fashion, but just presentation, even, and how to conduct themselves and how to speak, and people do watch, and people watch closely, and then you can make such an impression on people in your neighborhood, in your workplace, wherever you go, just by the things that you do and how you present fashion, how you present styling, how you present yourself. And I think it's a beautiful thing. I really, really do. And
I agree.
Yeah. And you share.
Right. Yes. But you're also personal trainer.
Right. Personal trainer. Right. Yeah. I do the bars a lot. I do the parks a lot. I do the pull-up bars, the dip bars, all the floor-based things. I believe you're the Picasso of your own body, and you can really design and what you want to look like. And that's what I do. I help people get to the core of who they really want to become, or how they really want to look, and I really enjoy it. I've been doing it for years, that along with martial arts. I've been doing martial arts for 42 years now, and I think that health plays a major part, because they say that when you feel good, you look good. And one of my mottos on my Instagram page is, I tell a lot of young men, you're not only supposed to just wear your clothes, but you're supposed to look good while wearing them. So what better way than to keep yourself physically fit? Those clothes look amazing on you, when you have them on. You just want to be the best you, all the way around. Right. Not just allowing clothes to wear you, but you wear your clothes,
Right, exactly. Yeah. And then also, I know that being physically fit and looking good on the outside is great, but also the main thing I believe is what's happening on the inside.
Absolutely.
What are you doing on the inside?
Absolutely.
So, and I know that you did say that you went vegetarian, and then I think you're now vegan.
Right. I went vegetarian for a long time. I'll tell you something else. I believe whatever you consume, just like whatever you think. Garbage in, garbage out. That's going to be the end result. For the things that we sit down and watch on television, for the things we absorb musically, from the things that we eat. I was dating a young lady, and she's totally vegan, and she really, really, really opened my eyes to a lot of things. If we are what we eat, sort of concept she has, and she broke it down to me, and she made me realize that it's how important it is, you know, and it was a fight, you know, it was definitely a fight, but you know, when she started,
it took a while, right?
You know, it was like, why can't I have this orange juice, or why shouldn't I have this apple juice, or why can't I have those potatoes? You know, I would question everything, and then she was so informed that she just started guiding me and telling me all, and I started feeling better. I started looking better.
Yes.
I started looking more youthful. Things, my beard, my hair, my nails, you know, everything, my body just started reacting in a whole different way. So from what I already knew, you know, physically working out, and then what she introduced me to, it's produced a whole new product now. You know, it's like Benjamin Button. You're going back in time. You know what I mean? And it's a great feeling. It's a great. You're not tired. You're not sluggish. Exactly. You know. The awareness that she's brought, it was really an eye-opener for me. Really, really an eye-opener. Like, even with television, I haven't really gotten into TV in like 10 years, you know? And the only thing I ever watch, if anything, is just the news. Because I believe that, you know, our thought patterns have to be our own. You know, it can't be based on what the whole, I call them group thinkers, you know, think. And we really have to have our own opinions. Even about ourselves, about how we want to look, how we want to be presented, what we want to wear. Let it be about you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's the way it goes, all the way around.
Well, I know that New York Fashion Week is coming up in February.
Yes.
Do you have plans?
Yes,
already?
I have. I think 2 or 3 that I'm doing in February, and. I have.
How about February 2nd?
February 2nd, yes. Yes.
Are you going to be busy that day?
No, I'm not.
Great, because I would certainly love for you to be in our show. It's the Fashion Designers Summit. We're going to have 24 fashion designers come on and show 7 to 11 pieces. And we'll have a lot of models there, but I would definitely love for you to be one of the models, because we will have, we're going to need male models, female, and kids, all sizes and ages.
Sure.
So
that sounds like a beautiful event. I would be honored. I would totally be honored to be a part of it. I really would. I will be there. Yes, I will be there.
Well, we would love to have you.
I thank you so much. I'm so grateful.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So tell everyone how we can find you.
You can find me on Instagram. My name is Macwell, MacWellNYC. And I'm always posting, always trying to keep people abreast of what's hot and what's not, and how to combine a lot of different things, old, new, vintage, European, whatever, you know. And I'm always showing anything that I'm attending or anything that I'm getting to do. I'm always willing to share with you. If you need a stylist, I'm here for you. If you just want to know anything about the whole venture, you know, of modeling, styling, fitness, I'm here for you. You can ask me anything. I'll be there. And I'll make it happen. Yeah. I would definitely make it happen.
You're an amazing person.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you for being on our show.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching. Until next time.